Federal $2,000 deposit arriving. The discussion around a possible federal $2,000 deposit in November 2025 has captured huge public interest across the United States. The conversation accelerated after former President Donald Trump publicly referenced a relief idea that could deliver at least $2,000 per person to qualifying Americans if new legislation moves forward. With inflation impacting everyday needs, sky-high healthcare charges, and mounting household debt, many families are watching closely for updates. However, curiosity has also opened the door for unverified claims, making factual clarity more important than ever. At this time, the deposit remains unapproved by federal lawmakers and has not advanced through Congress. No federal department, including the U.S. Department of the Treasury, has issued instructions or timelines for releasing such funds. What is circulating right now is a public proposal, not an implemented financial program. As rumors surge online, citizens are urged to separate truths from fabricated guarantees to protect themselves from data theft and financial fraud. Understanding the federal $2,000 deposit proposal, public anticipation around another national relief payment stems from the ongoing economic strain caused by rising prices. Essentials such as housing rentals, weekly groceries, power bills, and medical treatment have steadily climbed, shrinking disposable income for working adults, retirees, and disabled beneficiaries. Past stimulus checks distributed during the pandemic showed how direct financial aid can temporarily buffer economic shocks, which is why many Americans believe a new one-time deposit could help stabilize struggling budgets again. But federal aid does not materialize through public statements alone. For the payment to become real, a bill must be formally written, reviewed, voted on in both chambers of Congress, and allocated funding through the federal budget. Until those steps conclude, no agency can prepare distribution systems, confirm qualifying groups, or validate payment dates. Possible eligibility rules and income limits. Since the payment is still a proposal, no official eligibility standards or income caps exist. That said, analysts expect that if a bill eventually passes, it may mirror earlier frameworks used by the IRS. In past relief rounds, full payments were generally offered to single individuals earning around or below $75,000 annually, married couples jointly earning around or below $150,000, benefit recipients registered under federal support systems like disability or veteran aid programs. Beneficiaries in the past often received deposits automatically if they were enrolled in programs managed by federal offices without requiring additional paperwork. Still, these numbers are only educated expectations, not approved policy. Any future relief package could shift qualifications based on updated negotiations, inflation factors, or revised budget priorities. For accurate eligibility confirmation, the public will need to wait for announcements from the Internal Revenue Service or final orders from the Treasury. Social Security checks will change in December. No complete guidelines. Upcoming policy adjustments tied to benefit payments under the Social Security program have also drawn national attention, especially among senior citizens and disability recipients. Changes to benefit structures, payment methodology, or December distribution cycles will always be verified first by the Social Security Administration. Any claims predicting exact updates before SSA publications should be treated cautiously. Possible processing speed improvements. Electronic payment systems like direct deposit for refunds and benefits have improved significantly over recent years. Programs administered by the Treasury and IRS increasingly rely on bank transfers for faster delivery. Any future stimulus, if approved, would likely favor digital deposit processing using records already stored by the IRS to minimize delays. How to avoid scams targeting federal payment. Rumors with public interest high, online fraud campaigns have intensified. Scam messages may pretend to come from U.S. government agencies, demand Social Security numbers, bank details, or verification fees. Claim early deposit access through urgent links or sign-up forms. Official federal agencies never charge application or release fees for stimulus deposits. Request confidential financial data through unsolicited emails, texts, or calls. Confirm payment schedules until legislation is formally cleared. To remain safe, citizens should avoid interacting with unknown senders claiming guaranteed deposits. Never send bank or identity information outside official government portals. Cross-check updates only through FDA. Verified government platforms like IRS or Treasury, preparing for future federal payment announcements. Citizens can stay prepared by ensuring federal records are up to date. File annual tax returns on time. This gives the IRS your latest income assessment and banking information. Update your direct deposit or mailing address if it changes. Prevents processing interruptions. Review existing support programs, such as nutritional aid, medical coverage, housing assistance, disability, and senior benefit programs. Staying organized now will help reduce issues if relief payments are approved later. Why verified government sources matter. In the modern digital landscape, misleading news often spreads faster than official documents. Relying only on federal sources like the SSA, IRS, or Treasury ensures updates are legally validated, finalized through funding approval, released in transparent distribution announcements. Acting on unverified claims can result in identity theft, bank fraud, lost funds, exposure to phishing and fake enrollment portals. The safest path is always patience and verification through government-authorized platforms. Disclaimer. This article is for public awareness and factual clarity. As of November 2025, no federal $2,000 deposit is approved or scheduled by any U.S. government body. Do not rely on unofficial deposit claims. Continue monitoring only federal agencies for confirmed financial relief updates.